My name is Jan Edmondson.
And number 3.
My name is Jan Edmondson.
Only one of these people is the real Jan Edmondson and has sworn to tell the truth. And now from Studio 6A in New York, Rockefeller Center, let's meet our panel. Poetry's gift to comedy invite.
And we'll be back. Need something else after
Family entertainment with Odyssey 2 for Magnavox. Computer video game system with alphabet and numeric keyboard. Insert one of many cartridges and play Magnavox. And Sasson, a name you've come to know. Consistently high fashion designs with a comfortable fit. Sasson fulfills your fashion needs for those special dreams. Also 20 Mule Team Borax, a natural for freshening and cleaning all the family wash. And it's handy for many household cleaning chores. Back to you, Robin.
Thank you. We're back, and let's meet our next team of challengers. Come on.
Number 1, what is your name, please?
My name is Stephen Forstein.
Number 2.
My name is Stephen Forstein.
And number 3.
My name is Stephen Forstein.
All right, panel, would you open your envelopes, please, and join me as I read this affidavit. I, Stephen Forstein, am both a rabbi and a light bulb salesman. The combination may seem strange, but actually my dual occupations work well together, since both my customers and the state's 600 Jews are scattered over 77,000 square miles. You see, I am the only rabbi in South Dakota. Signed, Stephen Forstein. Welcome, gentlemen. It's nice to have you here. And panel, these 3 gentlemen all claim to be light bulb salesman and Rabbi Stephen Forstein. Let's start the questioning with Pat Collins.
Rabbi number 2, can you tell me the difference between a Reformed Jew and a conservative Jew?
It depends on which congregation you go to, but conservative synagogues tend to be more traditional than Reform.
And number 3, during what time of the year do we celebrate Rosh Hashanah?
Rosh Hashanah is we think of as the Jewish New Year, and that's celebrated about the same time as the regular New Year.
Mm-hmm. Number 1, what time of year does Yom Kippur get? No, you don't really celebrate Yom Kippur, but you observe Yom Kippur.
And usually the fall.
Usually the fall. And number 2, when is Passover?
In the spring.
And what is Passover, number 1?
And we go to Nipsey.
Number 2, what is a Shemon Esrei?
Shemon Esrei is a central prayer in Judaism.
Number 3, what is the word, how do you say the word 18 in Hebrew?
Shmanis Nunu.
You're not allowed to do that.
That's
Nipsey. I've read signals. You're not allowed to ask demonstrations.
Number 1, what's the purpose of the cottage ceremony?
It's for the dead, memorial of the dead.
How many males are required to hold a
Minion?
Well,
10 males, and in Reform you can have women.
I see.
And we go to Carole Shelley.
In Reform, do they use women in a minion? Number 1?
More and more now. In fact, some.
Really?
Yeah.
That's very interesting. Number 2, how can you be there on Saturday morning in 77,000 square miles? I mean, do people come to you, or do you just keep traveling?
No, we
sun up and sundown.
We hold services regularly in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and then at other places when they're required.
I see. So they have to travel to you. Is that the same?
That's generally, yes.
The same thing that happens to you, number 1?
And we go to Soupy.
I know a couple of Indian family out in Dakota sent their kids to Camp Goldberg. Okay, now.
Moving along.
Moving along. Number 1, how many members are in your congregation?
60 families.
Number 2, and they come from all that radius around in South Dakota?
No, actually from a radius of about 150 miles.
Number 3, what side of the door is the mezuzah put on?
It's put on the right side.
Number 1, you agree with that?
Yes.
Number 2, who do you sell light bulbs for?
For 21st Century Enterprises and Smith Lighting.
Number 3, where did you graduate from rabbinical school?
I went to rabbinical school in Cincinnati at the Rabbinical Center.
The bell is ringing, and that means, panel, that you must now decide and come to a decision about which of these gentlemen is in fact Stephen Forstein, and vote. You must vote for number 1, or for number 2, or number 3. And we pay $100 for each incorrect vote, and 4 incorrect votes will give our team of challengers $500. Are the ballots all marked? I see yours is Pat.
Sir.
Who did you vote for?
Well, since I am a student of holidays, because I think we should all take everybody's holidays off, no matter what religion you are, we all should take holidays off, right? Let's hear it for holidays.
Yeah.
Yay for holidays! I know what all those holidays are, and I take them off too. So I voted for you, number 2. You knew when your holidays were.
All right. And Nipsey, who got your vote?
Well, I was an atheist, but I gave it up because they don't have any holidays. Number 2.
Okay. And Carole, who got your vote?
Shalom, number 2.
All right. Another vote for number 2. And Soupy.
Boy, at first I thought it was number 3 because that's right. They do have a great school in Cincinnati because I used to work in Cincinnati, but I voted for number 2.
And another vote for number 2. And the decisions have been made. And now we're going to find out which of these gentlemen is the only rabbi in South Dakota. Will the real Stephen Forstein please stand up? You're really good today, panel. You're really cooking today.
Great breakfast.
Very, very good. Before we talk to Stephen Forstein, let's find out who our imposters are. Number 1, would you tell us, please, who you are and what you do?
John Mendel. I'm a copywriter with NWA Advertising.
And number 3, could you give us a little information about yourself?
My name is Robert C. Pritikin. I'm also in the advertising business. You may be familiar with my current bestseller, Christ Was an Ad Man, How to Create the Miracle Ads.
Rabbi Forstein, how many people in your congregation? 600, you said.
There's 600 Jews in South Dakota, 3 congregations, and my congregation has 60 families, about 150 of the
And how
600.
far do they have to travel to come to
well, our furthest member away is in Pierre, South Dakota, 200 miles. We see them 4 or 5 times a year, but we have families that come regularly from 95 miles away.
It's an amazing...
Is that because they have to walk to the synagogue? Is that orthodox?
No, they come on Sunday morning for our religious education program.
Oh, well, you're a light bulb salesman and you're a rabbi, I guess. Either way, you're trying to get people to see the light, so...
Oh, come on! I thought that wasn't bad. Come on!
I didn't think it was so bad. Okay, listen, on that note, we will say farewell. Gentlemen, thank you for joining us. There were no incorrect votes. You therefore won no money. We have some nice prizes for you. Sing trivia. We'll be right back.
One of our broadcasts, right for tickets to Tell the Truth. P.O. Box 444, New York, New York 10101. You should write the word tickets on the envelope. And now back to Robin Ward.
Thank you, Al. We're back, and we're going to play one-on-one. And here are some folks you have met before.